So I have a confession to make. As a Westerner, I am guilty of saying Chinese food, like it's all one thing, but you guys, it's so varied depending on the region. It's a huge area. Of course, all the food is not the same. And this is something that I really came to appreciate on my recent trip to visit my buddies in Beijing, China. We went to Shanghai as well, and Suzhou, and we went on this awesome food tour in Shanghai by UnTour that specifically showcased the different regions of China. Calling all of those different kinds of food just Chinese food is like calling all Western food, Italian, French, American, Western food, right? It doesn't work. There's so much intricacy and nuance and deliciousness inherent within. Right now I am at Hutong, which is an amazing restaurant here in London featuring Sichuan cooking. This kind of food is particularly known for its spiciness. I think that this is probably my favorite regional cuisine if I had to choose a favorite, so I'm thrilled to be here. A little bit later, Chef is going to show us one of his signature dishes here, Red Star noodles. So come along for the ride, won't you? Now let's rewind back to my trip in Shanghai with these cool foodies.
Hey, I'm Kyle from Oregon.
I'm Jamie from Tennessee.
And where do you live now?
We're in Shanghai.
Yeah, for 10 years. We own a food tour company, UnTour Food Tours.
We're ready to eat. Basically, it's the best job ever because our research and development program means we get to eat at every restaurant around town.
We offer 3 different types of tours in Shanghai, 2 in Beijing. Then our nighttime tours are a little bit more rowdy. We get onto the Baijiu and the Huangjiu.
I think what's really awesome to introduce people to is Baijiu. It is the world's most consumed liquor by volume, and most people haven't even really heard of it because it's basically all consumed in China. It's really fun to show people how locals really eat on a day-to-day basis because that's where the good food is.
Regional Chinese cuisine is as different as I would say. So you have to think of China as kind of the same size as Europe. It's actually a little bit bigger, but as different as German food is from French food, from Italian food, that's how different regional Chinese cuisines are. The big ones are really easy to find in Shanghai and they're amazing. So you have very spicy food from Sichuan that you'll try tonight, so you'll have a little mouth numbing, a little bit of fiery food.
The Sichuan restaurant is also where we were served rabbit head, covered in the Sichuan peppercorn ma. At first I was a little squeamish.
I feel so bad. I mean, it's dead.
But it was tasty. In terms of squeamishness, Tom definitely took the cake on that.
And then you'll have food from around this area, the Jiangnan region of China, which is more subtle flavors, more about letting the ingredients shine, lots of fish from both the ocean and the rivers, as well as pork, so just wildly different. And then all the way out northwest China where it's halal and there's no pork, so you get lamb and bread and things that you don't necessarily think of as Chinese food, but after you've had it, you'll know.
So many people, you know, they have Chinese food back in their home countries, and it's usually southern Chinese food, more Cantonese style. That's the first wave of immigration out of China, and so that's what most of your Chinese takeout shops are, a version of that. And really, it's just so different when you actually come to eat here.
And we were so lucky to have friends living in China who gave us the best tips.
Dip this in there.
Oh, I dipped this in there.
I like to do that.
This is my best friend Jake, and he ordered like a master for us. He would get things on the table in front of us that were so unexpected and incredible that I would have never even known to ask for them. This was one of my favorite meals of the trip, a typical northern Chinese meal in Beijing. And another favorite was this food from a Xi'an restaurant. Cold noodles with a meat sandwich called rojamois and spicy fish soup. But walking around, yeah, it was really polluted, hence the face mask. I found myself really craving Sichuan cuisine. So back in London, I wasted no time in going to
还有就是说目前呢至少来说就是川菜这个就是这个菜品菜系啊相对来说呢就是要就外国人知道的稍微呢还是少了一点，但是呢吃过的人就是对我们的给我们的反馈都是挺好的。
And everyone, I want you to meet Grace too because she's translating everything that Chef is saying. So thanks, Grace. Chef took me back into his kitchen to show me how he makes one of his most popular dishes, Red Star noodles. As I was shooting and observing, I realized that the simplicity of the ingredients he uses means that I can realistically make this stuff at home. With Fuchsia Dunlop's books as an incredible resource, I'm
totally motivated to take what I learned at Hutong and start experimenting at home. And did you wonder why it's called Red Star Noodle? It's because when the dish is served, the peppers are rotated outward and form a big red star. But not for very long, because then it's time to dig in.
Alright guys, I really hope you liked this video. I also hope that I've maybe opened your eyes and hearts to different parts of Chinese cooking you may not have known about. I really love it. I hope you do too. Thank you so much for watching as always, and keep it quirky.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Are you craving Chinese food yet? Please subscribe to this channel for more fun food and travel adventures.